The time is 15 past 3 and Radio Ghana presents Ghana Today. My name is Nanamo Marie with this edition of Ghana Today. Stories from our correspondents across the country. Now to our first story. The risk of a positive HIV mother transmitting HIV to her baby is about 1% or less if the pregnant mother tests, knows her status and takes her prescribed HIV medication correctly. Thus, throughout pregnancy, labor and even after delivery, the mother is required to give HIV medication to baby for 4 to 6 weeks after birth. This, according to experts, will prevent mother-to-child transmission. Mavis Ofe Champon in this report brings us more on mother-to-child transmission of HIV and how it can be prevented to reduce the increasing numbers of children born with HIV in the country.
Mother-to-child transmission of HIV is one of the foremost of an HIV-positive mother transmitting the human immunodeficiency virus HIV to a baby. It is the second highest transmission of the virus that accounts for 15% rate after transmission through unprotected sex, with an HIV-infected person accounting for 80% transmission rate. As at 2022, pregnant women who attend antenatal care ANC was 2%. According to the National HIV, AIDS and STI Control Program, this is a little higher than the prevalence of the adult population of HIV, which is 1.7%. The 2% ANC prevalence, according to the program, ranges from 0.7% in the northern region of Ghana to as high as 4.5% in the Bono region.
ANC coverage is not total. People are attending TBA, delivery outside. Some of them deliver before they come to the health facility. So that one is work we need to do with the family health division to improve general antenatal coverage. So that everybody in Ghana can get antenatal care. Because once you come into the health facility, we're screening for HIV and we put you on treatment. Then the final is, how do we make sure that the partners of these pregnant women support the pregnant women?
Testing for HIV is the only means to determine whether a person is HIV positive during pregnancy. Though there are challenges when it comes to testing for HIV, pregnant women are being encouraged to avail themselves to be tested to know their status in order to reduce the occurrence of mother-to-child transmission in case the mother is infected.
ANC coverage is not total. People are attending TBA, delivery outside. Some of them deliver before they come to the health facility. So that one is work we need to do with the family health division to improve general antenatal coverage. So that everybody in Ghana can get antenatal care. Because once you come into the health facility, we're screening for HIV and we put you on treatment. Then the final is, how do we make sure that the partners of these pregnant women support the pregnant women?
The National HIV, AIDS and STI Control Program of the Ghana Health Service indicates mother-to-child transmission rate is estimated among pregnant women as of 2022 at 9% at 6 weeks and 17% at 18 months.
At 18 months, we use antibody tests. At 6 weeks, we use early infant diagnosis. For all the babies who are born to a positive mother, HIV positive mother, 9% of them are transmitting to their babies. And this one, there could be reasons why it is happening. The risk of transmission from a mother to a baby is up to 40% if you don't do anything at all, like you are not providing PMTC services such as early screening, putting the people on prophylaxis and all that. It's up to 40%. But because of PMTC program, it is at 9% and the final is 17%. But we think this is still very high. The difference between the 6 weeks and the 18 months, you can tell clearly that is a breastfeeding. There are still transmissions occurring from mother to child.
A baby born to a positive HIV mother is only safe provided the mother adheres to the prescribed medications before pregnancy, during, and even after birth. Health experts say a child can only survive in the womb of the positive mother if there's no breach to the placenta as a result of severe infections from the mother. This makes transmission of HIV nil. However, during labor, as a result of amniotic sac burst, cord cut, and exchange of blood, a positive mother can infect the baby. Improper breastfeeding is another risk factor for mother-to-child transmission of HIV when all other factors are nil.
Every pregnant woman, despite the fact that breast milk can transmit, must exclusively breastfeed. In other words, must take only the breast, not add formula. But that is also on condition that the baby has been given prophylaxis, antiretroviral medication, and the mother also is on treatment already. We have now instituted what we call the mother-baby audit, and the figure that is coming out, and the reasons, the findings we are seeing is that, number one, some of these pregnant women who are transmitted do not attend antenatal. Some of them are delivering outside the health facility. TB and all that is a factor. Some of them, even when they are positive, do not accept, and they are going around, they don't get treatment immediately. So the avoidance of medication is causing the viral load to be high, and the risk of transmission is very, very high.
To curtail the spread of the virus to baby, either in utero or out of utero, positive HIV mothers are put on medication to reduce their viral load to undetectable levels. Ruth, an HIV-positive mother, tells me all her children are negative as a result of the medication, the antiretrovirals, and her counseling sessions.
But the grandma way now about 6 weeks, no, to be on why bedridden, not how much command. So I need to come. If you come, no ma, much me mission, Monado, the man will be doing now a negative. No, I'm out my domain, which means the mom, baby. She
entreats other positive mothers not to shy away from their status but seek help.
In instance, let's say the advancement and all culturally HIV. HIV being HIV only shadow co one. No custom that assassin JBN funny and so it's the one that we draw the catcher be now I'm all been for 6 months exclusive. Only Chinese banner the one. Of course, Oban by fine, Obanu only.
For his part, Emmanuel Azuma, whose late wife was HIV positive, supported him to take her drugs constantly. They have 4 HIV negative children, though he and his wife are HIV positive.
She took her medicine very well. She became pregnant. She didn't give it to the baby. So this tells us that it is workable and it is working. And there are 1,001 examples that we can give. So we are encouraging all pregnant women to get tested. The nurses are there to counsel you for you to get the real meaning and the benefits of testing.
HIV advocates are therefore calling for early detection of HIV in the youth, availability of test kits, and the need to support persons with HIV, especially women, to prevent mother-to-child transmission.
With pregnant woman, I would encourage to test for HIV because having a negative child is very possible, but you need to test first to know, and then the available options will be made to you, and you can have HIV negative child or HIV negative children.
Every woman who is in the reproductive age group must pay attention to that person. And therefore, if all women in the reproductive age group are HIV negative, even if they get pregnant, they will give it to a baby. Truth be told, no pregnant woman or woman can get HIV unless somebody gives it to her. They still have protected sex. So if we also target the men, okay, for both prevention education, general knowledge education issue, let them know that now HIV is not a death sentence. If you have it, you can take your medication, and then you can also live long. So if your spouse is positive, you shouldn't worry. I have couples who are positive, they are on medication, and they are giving birth to negative babies. They would have quit their marriage, and because of counseling, they came back married. They have 3 kids, and counting many other couples like that.
Amongst the 4 strategies adopted by the National HIV, AIDS and STI Control Program of the Ghana Health Service is primary prevention and enhanced education on HIV amongst adolescents and the youth in and out of school.
People are assuming that HIV is no more in existence, and the children, the young girls, are carelessly being infected by elderly men. The second strategy we adopted is to make sure that at least there will be no unintended pregnancies. So at least if the person is positive and there's no intent to be pregnant, we should help that person with family planning so that the person is not pregnant for the 2 conditions to exist for the baby to be even given HIV. The third is giving treatment.
Human immunodeficiency virus, HIV, is not only acquired through unprotected sex with an infected person, but also through the use of infected blood products and other infected sharp objects. Mother-to-child transmission, which is one of the risk factors advocates and health experts say can and is possible to be prevented. To have healthy babies, when pregnant women know their status as early as possible, adhere to treatment in order not to give birth to positive children who may become orphans in future. The report was made possible with support from the Center for Science and Health Communication, CSAC, and funding from the National Research Foundation, South Africa.
Mavis Ofei Champo's report.